Crude oil just had one of its worst months in years, down almost 25%. That's billion-dollar price destruction. So, why did your local gas station drop by maybe 12 cents on a good day? You've seen the headlines. Iran-US talks progressing, allegedly. Saudi Arabia and UAE opening the taps. Oil crashing towards $68 a barrel. And yet you pull up to the pump and it's still $3.50, $4, over $4 in some places. And that number has barely moved. This isn't an accident. It's not a conspiracy. It's a predictable, well-documented economic phenomenon called rockets and feathers. Super professional, right? Gas prices shoot up like a rocket when oil spikes and float down gently like a feather when oil crashes. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why and how long you'll actually have to wait to feel that relief at your local pump. The headline versus reality. Let's get specific here. Crude oil has dropped roughly 21 to 25% over the last month. Brent crude, the international benchmark, fell below $72 a barrel. That's a massive move in commodity markets. If gas prices moved in lockstep, you'd expect prices to fall 50, 60, 70 cents a gallon. But they don't. And they haven't. And they never do. The average national gas price might drift down 10, maybe 15 cents over the same time period. So where does the money go? Who's pocketing the difference, right? The answer takes us through a 4-step journey that every drop of gasoline makes before it reaches your fuel tank. Step 1. Futures, not spot prices. First, and this is the one most people miss, your local gas station isn't buying oil at today's price. They're not even buying gasoline at today's price. Refineries purchase crude oil through futures contracts, locking in a price 2 or 3 months in advance. So the gasoline being refined right now was purchased with oil priced back in April or May, when crude was still elevated. So when you see a headline that says oil crashes, that cheaper oil hasn't even been refined yet. It's still sitting in a tanker somewhere, or in the ground, or in a contract that hasn't settled. The gasoline flowing through the system today was bought at yesterday's prices. That's the first delay. Step 2, refining capacity and blend shifts. Even when cheaper crude does arrive at refineries, the refining process itself isn't instant. It takes 1 to 3 weeks to turn crude oil into usable gasoline. Refineries also don't run at full capacity year-round. They schedule maintenance. They switch between summer blend and winter blend gasoline, which have different formulations and costs. Summer blend gas costs more to produce. So even if crude drops in July, you're still buying expensive summer blend gasoline that costs more to manufacture. Step 3. Distribution in the sticky middle. Step 3 is distribution. Once gasoline leaves the refinery, it moves through pipelines, terminals, and tanker trucks before it reaches your local station. At every step, there are middlemen, wholesalers, distributors, regional suppliers, who each want to make a little money. When oil prices spike, those margins compress. Everyone downstream is losing money. So when oil finally drops, those middlemen don't rush to pass the savings on to you or me. They aim to rebuild their margins first. They were bleeding for months, and now they get to recover. This is the feather part of rockets and feathers. The supply chain absorbs the savings before they reach you. Step 4, the gas station itself. Finally, your local gas station. Most people assume gas stations make money on gasoline. They really don't, or at least very little. The average gas station makes 3 to 7 cents per gallon in profit after costs. Their real money costs from what you buy inside: the soda, the snacks, the lottery tickets. When wholesale gasoline prices fall, station owners face a brutal decision. If they drop their price too fast, they're selling inventory they bought at a higher wholesale price and losing money on every gallon. If they drop too slow, drivers go to the station across the street. So they inch prices down a few cents at a time, watching competitors, protecting their razor-thin margins already. This is why gas prices move in slow motion on the way down. So when do you actually save? Here's the timeline. Historically, when crude oil drops significantly, it takes 2 to 4 weeks for pump prices to finally reflect that decline. Sometimes it can take longer. The lag exists at every layer. Futures contracts delay the crude purchase price, refining takes weeks, distributors rebuild their margins, and gas stations protect their inventory costs. It's not exactly a scam. It's a supply chain with real friction, real contracts, and real people protecting their businesses at every link. So the next time you see oil crash 25% and your pump price dropped maybe 10 cents on a good day, you'll know exactly what's happening and exactly who's recovering their margins before you get your discount. That said, relief is coming. Well, we hope anyway. Those cheaper futures contracts are working their way through the system right now. In 2 to 3 weeks, you should see a more meaningful drop at the pump. Until then, you're paying for April's oil. If you want more breakdowns of the money systems that quietly shape your life, hit subscribe. We make money make sense, one fill-up at a time.